flew into Buffalo, had to drive then about 3 hours. It was the reason we flew into Buffalo instead of Toronto was because it was about 3 hours, about $700 cheaper per person.
Oh yeah, I'm definitely.
And so
driving.
we were like, all right, we're going. Let's go ahead and fly into Buffalo. We'll rent a car. We'll drive up to Cottage Country and call it good there. So yeah, basically that was all we did. We flew in last Tuesday, got into the Cottage. It's about 3.5, 4 hour drive. Because you got to go around the lakes. You can't, there's no ferries. So you got to go around the lakes and everything. And then, so you go around and through Toronto or around Toronto, and then to a small place called Minden Hills, Ontario. Oh, and it's on Horseshoe Lake up there. And that's just where we were at. But man, oh man, the water was incredible. The temperatures were mid 80s the entire time we were there. It was, the golf was great. Spent a day in Toronto. If you don't know me, I hate heights. I hate them. But we went up in the CN Tower, which is about 1,200 feet in the air. So there was a lot of just really fun stuff. Had delicious lobster rolls. I mean, it was a really, really fun trip. So yeah, that's basically what happened there. No travel issues on the way going out. Plenty of travel issues coming on back though.
You know, Nick, there's a lake. There's always all these nice quotes and things about lakes. When you were the drive up, it had to be beautiful though.
Oh, it was so awesome. It was so awesome. I will say this though, that the folks out there, God bless them, they have no concept of time. When I talk about how like there was, nobody knows what day it is, because if you're up there for most of these people. Number one, either they don't work or they're so wealthy that they just have an extra house.
They got loot.
Yeah, they just go up there. They're not worried about working. They're not worried about being, having a time clock. There's no concern of that anywhere. And so you wake up whenever you do, you go to bed whenever you do, you drink a lot of beer, and that is all they do. And it's a different lifestyle that we there was 8 of us total that were there, but we coordinated this trip for 7 of us, that we all got a week off and we all traveled together. And it was a really, really fun time.
Just you talking about the cottage. David from Renew, good morning. He goes, I don't have any lake cottages.
I will say this. At some point, I have a feeling that my stories, like I'll start to, I have to work throughout the accents, because that's how they, yeah. Whereabouts you from? Whereabouts you from? When do you guys head back?
About,
Yeah. I mean, it is alive and well up there. It was a spectacular trip. The scenery was incredible. There was a meteor shower that started. We were seeing the Northern Lights a couple of nights ago.
You can see the Northern Lights too on 1305 North 25th Street.
True, that's true.
North side. There's Northern Lights over there.
That's exactly what I'm looking for.
They're usually red and blue though.
Yeah,
but, I mean,
yeah, these were not. These were not. So yeah, it was really, really cool. One of the favorite things that we did each night was basically we walked out to the dock. Everybody sat in chairs, and the stars are. I mean, you just don't get it many other places, and so shooting stars and like I said, meteor showers and the Northern Lights a couple of nights ago. It was a spectacular trip.
Did it remind you of Lake Wobegon?
It did not.
You don't know what I'm talking about.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
There is a fictional.
I'm guessing it does not.
Yes, there's a fiction, and folks that are over 45 or 50, you know what I'm talking about. Text in if you remember the fictional lake in the town by Garrison Keillor, I believe his name is Keillor or Keller, but it was called Lake Wobegon, and it was actually was supposed to be the fictional setting was in Minnesota, obviously, so just south of Canada, obviously. But Lake Wobegon, everything you're talking about reminds me of this old fictional lake called Lake Wobegon. And I seen you guys making pancakes in the cottage.
Oh yeah, it was.
Were you on the grill making those?
Breakfast every morning was sausage, egg, bacon, and pancakes, and it was awesome. I mean, it was great. It must
be nice to make money like you. I usually eat a granola bar.
Hold on.
That falls apart when I'm eating it.
That's what I was just gonna say. For all of us that are in our mid-20s that went up to Canada this weekend, it helped not having to pay for a place to stay.
That's true.
That helped.
That
helped dramatically. And then also, we figured up how much groceries cost for the entire week per person. $36.
And you guys ate like kings.
$36. It was great. It was awesome.
There was some golf there. I seen the fairway.
Yep.
Looked like it was to your right.
Yep.
That looked like it was trying to hit down O Street.
Yeah, they love their elevation changes. They love to have changes of elevation at tee boxes and things like that. I mean, it was we had shots on par threes that were there was one that on the sign, obviously with no elevation shift.
Yeah.
It was 200 and it said 238 yards.
Oh my goodness.
And with the elevation change, it was a 185-yard shot. I mean, it was like they were steep hikes up to the far tip because we tipped it out, and so I mean it was a steep walk to the tips, and it was a great time. Like golf in Canada was great. Unfortunately, the courses aren't the most green up there because with the wildfires going on up there, there's water restrictions.
Did you notice some any of the smog, the smoke? That was
Vaguely.
that was a little to the west
Vaguely,
of you, right?
Yeah, vaguely remember it. Or not vaguely saw it. We didn't see it. It wasn't like super noticeable.
To the west, you guys are to the east.
It was to the west of us.
Okay.
North and to the west of us.
Okay.
So because we were, I mean, literally right. We were probably about 2.5 hours north of Toronto, is where we were at.
And you shot an 81 there, didn't you?
I did.
Did you feel pretty good about it?
I did. I felt okay. The first day. Now here's the thing. The first day, we probably lost. You know how it is. You go to a new course, you have no idea how the course is going to play. We
your
played,
misses can be.
We played a great golf course. It was called Blairhampton Golf Club. It was in the mountains. It was in the trees. I mean, it was incredible.
Mm-hmm.
We don't know where anything is at, and so when I tell you there was a hole specifically where you could see a flag about 400 yards down.
But you didn't know what else was there.
Well, no, you straight down in front of you. So we all thought, all right, cool. This is the flag we're going for. So we started hitting. We got, I think it was like 3 of the 4 of us got in the fairway, and we thought we had really good shots. There was one guy that missed. My buddy Micah missed way left.
Okay.
And we were like, all right, this is, Micah's out of play. It's very narrow. Micah's out of play.
I think I know where this is going.
We're in play. We're good to go. We drive up. That was for the 250-yard par 3. The hole that we were going for is a dog leg left. And so Micah was in position. We were all gone.
Right.
And so it was just a complete flip.
It was a dog left.
Yeah, it was a dog left. But it is what it is. No, it's good to be back. It was strange. Obviously this is a very busy time of the year for us.
Mm-hmm.
Because football's on the deck and it's on the horizon and folks are going to practices and press conferences, and it's been weird not being there. And so there was parts of that I did not care for. I'm never taking another vacation in August though, because for the job that we do, for the work that we do, August is a big month.
Yeah. Did you feel kind of just pressed a little bit mentally?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
You knew what was coming up.
Oh yeah. Yeah. It's a busy couple of days. And so it's a good busy. It's a good kind of busy, but ultimately it's all good.
Kind of continuing on the golf theme. I hope you weren't tuning in and listening. I hope you were on vacation. I mean, if you were, that's casual.
I tune in. I watched all the Husker press conferences. Like I paid attention to all that. I had my laptop. Here's the thing. There's a difference between working or being able to sit on the deck at 7 a.m. in Canada and send some emails and type.
You were an hour ahead of us, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
So
DF inspired me to walk Pioneers on Sunday.
I heard.
Walked Pioneers. We almost walked 6 miles. I think it was all said and done. I played again yesterday, last night, 9 holes last night. Me and Dave beat the smoke off of my boys. Which
I was thrilled to hear, because obviously, I mean, your kids are really good.
Keenan in particular. Aiden struggled a little bit Sunday. That was little AD's worst round. He just he just couldn't connect. Keenan, he played bad and he shot a 77. That was, that I played, and DF will vouch for this. Nick, my greens and regulations are the things that I shot at 81. That's what reason why I shot 81, because the greens and regulations.
Yeah.
I hit a lot of greens. Yesterday, it continued last night. Just played 9 with Pete Ferguson. Big shout out to Pete Ferguson, man, and Mike Alvarez, my former high school teammate at Lincoln High. We did a lot of laughing last night. We teed off about 6:20.
Okay.
At the Highlands.
Yep.
Fired a 39 yesterday, last night. I felt good. 2 birdies.
Sure. Tomorrow you have surgery and you're playing your best golf.
That's, you know what, Nick? As I left the course, I'm like, dang, this is it. Yeah. Because the reality is this, man. I'm not trying to rush this. And quite honestly, Swim, I don't know when I'll be back.
Yeah.
I don't even want to say the word aggressively. I would hopefully be back maybe Monday or Tuesday.
Yeah.
but it just kind of depends on the pain. And those who've had back surgery, you could, text in and let me know what that's going to feel like. But everybody's just different, though.
Yeah.
It's kind of like saying everybody tastes the same thing and then tastes the same drink, and everybody's going to think different of it. So everybody responds differently. So I'm hoping to be back maybe midweek next week. Monday would be somewhat aggressive, but if I feel good enough to, to sit in the chair, I'll do it.
Yeah, might as well.
I'll sit in the chair and do it. But yeah, surgery is tomorrow morning at 7:30. I got to be at the hospital at 5:30. The good thing is, Nick, I can still drink liquids, clear liquids and then after midnight, I think at 3:30, it can't be anything at all.
Yeah.
And so, usually, I'm getting up between 3:50 and 4. I'm probably going to sleep until like 4:55.
Mm-hmm.
I have to take a shower, like some antibacterial soap or something like that, Dial or something like that. So I'll do that. And then they have me for a room overnight. I'm hoping and praying I don't have to stay overnight. I just want to come home afterwards. But if it's not, it is what it is. I'll roll with it. But yeah, man, it felt weird knowing I was walking off the course. I'm like, dang, I'm done playing for the year.
A moment of vulnerability here. I mean, like, how are you nervous? How are you feeling mentally going into tomorrow?
Man, I'm more just excited to get it done because I know this time tomorrow, most likely, I'll be probably most likely finishing up and I'll be closer to pain free.
Yeah.
The part that was rough, and I got to be very transparent here, man. I got a little emotional when I was walking to my truck from Farrell's this morning. I bet. Because I knew I'm not going back to the gym to work out for probably at least 60 days.
Yeah.
And to me, that's something, as you know, as part of my mental health, man. So that part's going to be tough because I'll be just be able to walk. I won't be able to lift anything more than 10 pounds from what I understand. That he's saying at least 2 months, AD, at least that. So that part is going to be rough. I'm really going to have to dial in. But, man, I know it's in God's hands, and I know that the physician's hands will be guided by God. So I'm comfortable with that. I don't really get. I was more nervous for my cancer.
Oh, I'm sure.
Surgery than this one, because obviously you're thinking, I hope they get all this out. With my back, of course I don't want the guy. I hope the guy don't have shaky hands. Like that, but the doctor's a great doctor. I'm at total peace with it. I'm just more excited to get this process started so I can be pain-free, man. Chronic pain is brutal.
Here's what we got off the text line. Dang, AD, I played Highlands last night and was happy with a 45. I had back surgery 10 years ago. Also had it on a Thursday. Was back on Monday part-time to clear my sciatica. Best of luck for a speedy recovery.
I appreciate that, brother. That is great news to hear. That's encouraging. I really appreciate that. I know text 3356. Heck, I'll take a 45 too, though. I don't mind that.
Yeah, I was just saying. Hey,
I don't mind
45. 245s are at 90.
Yeah,
that's the way I always. That's where I get into trouble. So back to that real quick. We probably lost. There was
golf balls?
There was a hole on the first day. On the first day, so we played 3 rounds. Well, on the first day, we all flew our clubs up there, and so there's no excuse for like not familiar with the clubs or whatever the case may be. But we were on the tee off of a hole that, I mean, it was steep, and you pull driver. Anyway, we probably lost 8 balls as a group on the one tee shot because we were like, well, if all 4 of us went out, you guys want a free one? And we're like, yeah, let's take a free mulligan.
Like that one I texted you.
Exactly. It's a free one. So then we all hit again. We all hit out of play again on the first day. And we had lost 8 golf balls in our group on just one tee shot.
Wow.
And so we were like, you know what? Let's just go up there and we'll drop by the 150 stick. so that was the day. And so that was the day when we were trying to learn the course. That was the day we were on hole 6. That was on hole 6. We lost 8 golf balls. And we had one of my buddies who is really, really good. And shout out to Trey. He was 10 over through 4 holes. I mean, he was what? He was 10 over through 4 holes because the man lost 2 golf balls on every single hole. I mean, it was so unfortunate for him, but it was a great time. As we do go to break, I do want to bring this up. Because one thing about the radio, obviously, is we hop on here, and a lot of times is you guys are a part of our lives. Like that, we'll say this. Well, I'll say it this way: you guys are a part of our lives, and we AD and I can speak for AD. You guys let us into whether it's living rooms, workspaces, cars, vehicles, businesses, and there's moments of transparency that are owed to the listeners and owed to each other. The the Canada trip was great. However, there was a little unfortunate news that happened. Sunday night, my grandfather passed away. And so that killed me to be in Canada. I'll be honest. Here's a moment of transparency for everybody. It crushed me to be in Canada because obviously all my family back here was hurting, and it sucked even more being stranded in Buffalo's airport for 6 hours because there was nothing more that I wanted to do than just to get home. And so, so my grandpa passed away Sunday night, and found out Monday morning because I was asleep. And so when it happened, and so that happened, and it was really hard for me to. I was conflicting a lot with whether or not I should get back right away, whether I should how I go about enjoying that and enjoying the trip. And obviously all my other buddies were there and things like that. And so I will not be here tomorrow because we have his funeral tomorrow, and I was asked to be a pallbearer. Like I will not be here tomorrow. And so there's full transparency. Is as bad as I want to be here, especially with football season around the corner. Like today, I'm gonna try to give everybody my best. But once again, transparency is we get on the radio and there's things that happen in obviously listeners' lives that we want to make you guys happy and have a good morning. And so sometimes we have to put on a face, but it's as I've gotten back into town and it's starting to sink in because when you're thousands of miles away, it doesn't always sink in. And so it started to really sink in these last couple of hours. And so I appreciate AD. I let them know, but just kind of full transparency there, guys. I'm going to try to give the best today, but I feel like I owe it to you guys for listening I'm not going to be here tomorrow because I'll be doing that. We'll see how Friday goes. But today has been tougher as the day goes on. So, just keep, especially my father, my dad in your prayers. It's the first parent that he's lost. And so, going through that whole thing. It's been a kind of a crazy couple of days.
Nick, I've been, again, like I told you, and we've told you, I've, checking our deepest condolences and sympathies to your family. That's a hard thing to find out anywhere, but especially that far away from home, and then you're stranded. And then when you come back, like you said, the reality hits you like, no, that just wasn't a phone call. This is real life right here, man. So just know that I know many of the listeners are praying for you. I'm praying for you, here for your dad. Your dad, he's had a rough year, man. The surgery, losing his dad. It reminds me a lot, Nick, when I had my cancer surgery, then I lose my dad that same year. And it's tough. So definitely Craig, praying for Craig, praying for your pops, man. And I'll tell you this, Nick, Grandpa is dang proud of you, brother.
Yeah.
He's very proud of you.
Veteran. I mean, he was a veteran, and they live in Dorchester. So that whole entire town, I'm sure, is kind of aware of everything going on. But so that is where I will be tomorrow. But then I'm back on Friday. So it's going to be, celebration. Here we go.
Absolutely. Definitely praying for your family, brother. Definitely doing it. To all of you out there who may have lost a loved one recently or dealing with one, but definitely, folks, keep the Saints in your prayers as they bury an absolute legend. Without him, there's no you.
That's right.
There's no you. Folks, we'll be right back. It's The Drive, 93.7 A Ticket.
Saturday. Eagle Raceway is open for a full season of dirt track racing action every Saturday night. Don't miss the epic battles on the high banks of Eagle Raceway each Saturday between the Nebraska Septic Sprint Cars, Nebraska Lottery Modifieds, Avid Realty Sport Mods, Valentino's Hobby Stocks, and A1 Iron Stock Cars. Let's go racing. Eagle Raceway, just 10 miles east of Lincoln on O Street. Check out the full schedule at eagleraceway.com. MHC isn't a new company, just a new name. Moe's Moving is now Moe's Home and Commercial. Whether moving across town or across the state, MHC Moving has you covered, specializing in home, apartment, assisted, and independent living moves. MHC can handle your commercial moves as well. MHC Moving has 0 hidden fees. You'll never pay for same-day booking or be charged for stairs, heavy items, or elevator fees. Rates are the same Monday through Saturday, and you will never pay a truck or fuel surcharge. And they offer payment plans through PayPal. Call MHC Moving today at 402-853-7167 or go to mhcmoving.com.
Mike, I've been thinking our house could really use a makeover. How about new siding?
I've been thinking the same thing. Have you heard of James Hardy?
Yes! Sarah down the street had Roofing Service Company install James Hardy siding on their home, and they love it.
Roofing Service Company does have great reviews.
They took her through the design process and made everything super easy.
Roofing Service Company offers expert design and installation. Couple that with James Hardy's durable products and variety of colors, you and your family will love your exterior remodel. Just visit roofingservicecompany.com. That's roofingservicecompany.com.
Are you looking for an exciting new way to put your skills to work? Explore new career options in the fintech industry at Currency, a Sandhills Global company. We offer full-time positions in financial sales, compliance, operations, and other fields. We also offer a 4.5-day work week, an attractive benefits package, and opportunities for advancement. Put your motivation to work and grow with us at Currency. Visit gocurrency.com/careers to learn more.
93.7 The Ticket, Fox, KFXL weather. Sponsored by John Henry's Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning.
We have another sunny and warm day on tap here across the region. We should get up to 86 for a high temperature, light southeast wind. Overall, a warm and muggy day out there. Tonight, we're going to stay warm again, 67 for a low. We'll get up to 90 for a high tomorrow, and then the mid-90s are here as we kick off the weekend. I'm meteorologist Aaron Donna for 93.7 The Ticket and ticketfm.com.
Bagels and Joe is the perfect place for breakfast or lunch in August. Try their brand new S'mores Cold Brew with graham cracker cold foam. Also try a S'mores croissant and add cake batter cream cheese to any bagel. 4 locations in Lincoln and 1 in Seward. Bagels and Joe.
Since 1983, Fast Mike's Roll-Offs have been a trusted and reliable company in Lincoln and the surrounding areas. Fast Mike's handles all sides of construction projects, home renovations, or big cleanouts. With the perfect size dumpster to fit your needs, Fast Mike's Roll-Offs will haul it all. With same-day delivery in Lincoln, affordable rates, and top-notch service, Fast Mike's Roll-Offs make cleanup quick and easy. Call now at 402-450-6828 or visit us online at fastmikesrolloffs.com. Book your dumpster today. Fast Mike's Roll-Offs, cleanup made simple.
From the capital to castles, starting this December, fly nonstop from Lincoln to Orlando with service from Breeze Airways. That's right, nonstop flights to Orlando out of LNK are starting this December. You're now just a flight away from Disney World, Universal Studios, Legoland, and the Space Coast. Stretch out and relax on Breeze with complimentary family seating. Book your magical getaway now at LincolnAirport.com. LNK, make flying easy.
MMA fighting is back this Saturday with Summer Season VFL 4 at the Complex. Lincoln's best amateur MMA fighters will display their best performances, with Misael Monares fighting Colin Fisher for the welterweight title to wrap up the night. Get your tickets at thecomplexlincoln.com, where you can live stream the event as well. Doors will open at 6 p.m. with the first bout at 7 p.m. this Saturday, August 16th, all at the Complex at 1555 Yolanda Avenue.
Rick Heyman here from Sartor Heyman Jewelers. I want to personally thank our great customers for voting us once again the best of Lincoln. At the same time, we're celebrating our 120th year in business in the great state of Nebraska. Visit us at South Point, Grand Island, and the Outlet in downtown Lincoln. Visit us today at SartorHeyman.com.
Sartor Heyman Jewelers.
Now back to The Drive with Aaron Davis and Nick Sainert. Sponsored by Doors Plus on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Folks, we are back. Read the text line. Definitely appreciate everyone's thoughts, prayers, concerns. Those things are huge. And Nick, I like how you said that too, man. We're in their living rooms, dining rooms, their vehicles, helping them, or just maybe just something, a distraction from the job, or just something helping get through the day. So I think what you said was powerful and very, it was spot on in that, we wanted to be transparent with them as well and share what's kind of going on in our lives.
Absolutely.
What's going on there. So again, man, thoughts and prayers. You guys, more. Will the services be in Deschler?
So it's in. I believe they're in Korea. That's been the toughest part. I have no idea what's going on. I have no idea what's been decided. I've just been told where things are at and when they are. And so yeah, they're it probably won't be in Dorchester. It'll probably be in Crete, I would imagine. But
Okay.
just because it's about a 15-minute drive.
Yeah.
But
right down the road.
yeah. So that's the plan. But
right from there.
either way, yeah, it's been a crazy couple of days. But when obviously. Count the blessings. Count the blessings.
Absolutely.
So, AD, we have to talk about this a little bit.
We got to before we do, to just let you all know, of course, this is brought to you by Jack Russell of Farm Bureau Financial Services. Jack has been a well-respected rep since 1999. He can help protect your home, your vehicle, your family, or even your future. Give Jack a call today at 402-421-9100 or visit one of his 2 locations in Lincoln or Seward and see how Jack Russell of Farm Bureau Services can help you. Jack asked me to golf this afternoon, but I speak in Omaha.
Yep.
This afternoon at 3. And so it would have been nice to get another round in.
Absolutely, it would have been, especially the way you're playing.
Yeah, man, I doubt it's going to happen. I was thinking about maybe I can get a twilight. I was like, I've got too much stuff to get settled before tomorrow because who knows where I'll be back in. But, Nick, are we thinking the same thing on big news?
We got to talk about Kansas football. And think about this, the way that Kansas football has kind of, I don't want to say overtaken, but dramatically improved the way they're operating with the massive stadium renovation that has already taken place. That's going to be ready to go this year. Remember last year they were playing at some games were going to be at Arrowhead. Other games were elsewhere. There was some at Sporting Kansas City Stadium. Like it was a very, very, they were displaced. They didn't have a designated home field, the Kansas Jayhawks football team. And 10 years ago, that would have been a problem because they were a losing team. They didn't draw out a lot of fans. But Lance Leipold has started to now shift and improve this football program. And so here's the other part of it. At a place like Kansas, that's known for being a basketball first school, to put the amount of money that they've done into their football program specific shows you what they view and how they view Lance Leipold. And they extended him after his first year, and they had that nice win against Illinois at home and all those things that go along with it. But this morning, Pete Thamel and Max Olson of ESPN reported that their super booster, David Booth, has donated $300 million to the Kansas Jayhawks athletic department. 75 million of that is going to be used specifically to upgrade the east side of a stadium. The rest, 225 million, whatever you need. There hasn't been a designated tag yet, or at least that I've read, on the remaining 225 million. I'm sure David Booth will have a large say in where that goes, AD.
He'll have a booth.
But my word, $300 million on just on a Wednesday morning.
Travis Golf, the KU athletic director, says David's unprecedented generosity is transformative now and for our future, and inspires others to step up and join in completing this vision. We're profoundly grateful for David's leadership.
I bet you are.
Yeah. David can do whatever he wanted to do.
Yeah.
Extraordinary impact on generations of student athletes and fans. There's no more generous and impactful Jayhawk, and we are so fortunate to call him a friend and mentor, my daddy, my Bubba, my boy.
We're so happy to call you a friend. Would you like to be the new? How about this? Kansas Jayhawks. This is the perfect description of the world we're in today. So if you just search David Booth on Twitter, for every Jayhawk today and tomorrow, thank you, David Booth. And that is what the official Kansas Jayhawks athletics Twitter account just posted. They posted an entire photo. Now, granted, it's David Booth Memorial Stadium, that his name's on the stadium, but it is so insane to think about that. Once again, for Kansas Jayhawks official Twitter account posts a tribute video, essentially, to just one guy. And the caption is, for every Jayhawk today and tomorrow, thank you, David Booth.
David Booth. A little background about David Booth. I was looking this up this morning. Rav actually sent me a tweet about it earlier this morning. I was heading to the gym and I looked at even as I was working out, I'm thinking, think about how much money you have to give away $300 million, first of all.
Yeah.
But here's how I made his money. He was born in Lawrence, Kansas. His alma mater is University of Kansas, where he got his bachelor's. He's got his MBA at University of Chicago.
Okay.
And he's one of the co-founders and chairman of Dimensional Fund Advisors. So that's what, I mean, it's a huge financial firm. And he obviously made a ton of money. And he founded that in 1981. Is when he did actually in the early 1970s when he first got his first index funds as part of a team with Wells Fargo led by John McCown. And then he launched his first managed small company, Dimensional, in 1981. As of right now, it's his Brooklyn Brownstone apartment, a global investment manager with more than 1,500 employees and around $800 billion in assets under money. Booth led Dimensional as CEO and later co-CEO until 2017 when he stepped back from the daily management of the firm. He remains closely involved on strategic initiatives and Dimensional as chairman. So when you
how about this one? Do you want to know something unfortunate?
Yes, please.
Because Nebraska fans love to compare anytime we get big amounts of any big amount of money that gets donated.
Unfortunate.
any massive amount of money that's donated to any institution, people freak out and they're like, man, if Warren Buffett could just write one check, right? That's the one for Nebraska, right? So David Booth's net worth, according to Forbes, is $2.8 billion.
$2.8 billion.
You might ask, well, Nick, what is Warren Buffett's?
Oh, Warren G.
$138.9 billion. We're talking about, I mean, there's according to Forbes, that's what site source. According to Forbes, Warren Buffett is worth $137 billion more than the guy that just gave $300 million to Kansas.
Warren will put his name obviously on the CBA. You know, he's got that area over there. But, you know, it shows you everyone has that thing that's close to their hearts.
Different priorities.
And I know for a fact Coach Osborne and Mr. Buffett have been tight for a lot of years. Yeah. And that just wasn't Warren's thing.
I was going to say, let it be known. I in no way am I ridiculing
but he
saying, Warren, come on.
But he can give us a little bit, Nick.
Just a little bit.
Do you think when you have $100 billion, Nick?
Yeah.
I mean, if you just gave 3% of that to the athletic department, I mean, they sit good forever.
Yeah, yeah.
But Warren's like, you know, have you met Warren before?
I have not.
I've met Warren Buffett a number of times, I would say. You know, the first time was years ago in fact, the first time I met him was at Coach Solich's. This was kind of tumultuous too.
Uh-huh.
Coach Solich's party was in Omaha.
Oh.
It wasn't even in Lincoln. And I think Sokol helped with that because those guys were tight. But it was in Omaha. It wasn't even Lincoln. And there was a lot of money folks.
Sure.
People have been close to the program for years, Hawks, etc. But it was in Omaha and Warren Buffett was there. I have a picture of me and Coach Brown and Warren Buffett. And I'm getting to Warren Buffett and he goes, here's my wallet. I'm thinking, okay, setting a brother up. I take your wallet. Your security comes snuff a brother up, you know. Yeah. But he gives me his wallet. He always say, and he goes, and he opens it up. He goes, not a dime in there, not a dime. And I'm thinking, this dude literally is worth billions.
Yeah.
With a B. Then I've met him a few other times and emceed with him. I emceed. That was the time that I was, Warren Buffett was on stage, Rodriguez and Coach Osborne for one of teammates deals. And I'll never forget another time it was me, him, and Coach Osborne and Larry the Cable Guy. And we're backstage, and Whitney goes, Warren, let me borrow $30 million, and don't tell me you ain't got it. Let me borrow $30 million, and don't tell me you ain't got it.
That's just where, I mean, it is hard to fathom in our minds. It's hard to fathom in our minds. But once again, yeah, David Booth, the
$300 million, Nick.
The way that Kansas football, from a facility standpoint, has quickly shifted the narrative.
Yeah, very quickly.
And give credit to Lance Leipold. Give credit to because also
you know
the important thing for Kansas was after year one to lock him down. They signed him to an extension because there's a lot of other places, and one that always pops up in my mind is Wisconsin. Is what happens if Luke Fickell doesn't work out. Who knows? Like there's a guy in Lance Leipold that has ties. He used to coach at Wisconsin Whitewater.
National championships up there.
There's a guy that, and he fits the Big Ten blueprint.
Let me ask you this real quick now before we go to break. If Lance doesn't have the success he's had in the past couple of years, do you think they get that $300 million from David Booth?
Not for football.
No, I don't think so either.
Not for football.
I don't think so either. That's why I think the price, I think the value of Lance Leipold's success is millions of dollars because of
100.
the success he's brought there.
This is the perfect example. Like we could equate this to players of like, do you think that the fundraising for this school is big or is more or less because of this player being a part of the roster? Like that. Okay, you could probably use it for Dylan Raiola, right? Like there's a lot of people that are donating for Dylan because Dylan Raiola's on the team. If Nebraska didn't have Dylan Raiola at quarterback, is there more or less donations? There's still going to be plenty of donations. We heard that a couple of days ago that Nebraska's done just fine on the donating front, right? And the contribution side of things. But ultimately, when it's all said and done, you get a nice crisp check for $300 million, and you say, "Hey, you can use this with whatever you need. Just put my name on the stadium." Okay,
and you know
whatever
what,
you say, Mr. Booth.
And you know what? Winning opens checkbooks.
100%.
If you think
Troy Dana was pretty upfront about that last
because
week.
we have to
when
win.
He
said it.
We got to win, and we got to win soon.
You have to win.
Yes.
Winning opens checkbooks because people that are winners financially, they want to be a part of winning organizations with their name affiliated.
100%.
If you have not won, I mean, I'm not saying that they don't come in, but they don't come in as rapid as they are. When you're winning, people get awfully generous because they want to be a part of something that's going on. You can see it in our space. People like, hey, I want to be a part of that. I want to be part of this. It's part of anything. And so, man, you know what? And Lance is a good dude. Raph knows him well.
Yeah.
I don't know Lance at all. Lance, from everything I've heard about him, though, around him, I mean, just a solid dude.
This is where it's really interesting when you look at Nebraska. They've upgraded so much. And maybe this is a conversation we carry over into the next segment since we're up against the break. Nebraska's upgraded and improved so much, whether it's been facilities or the services that are offered to the athletes, the student athletes, the academic services. They have improved so much without one singular massive donor. Like, yes, obviously we know that the Peds are the big name, right? But Nebraska's not making waves like this to where they're getting national notoriety for a $300 million contribution.
Right.
That's not so imagine what happens when you start winning.
Things get awfully, awfully good when you start winning, man, for checkbooks. Folks, we'll be back. It's The Drive.
If the power is out, keep your fridge and freezer closed. Perishable food lasts 4 hours in the fridge, and frozen food lasts up to 2 days if it stays below 40 degrees. See more tips at les.com/safety.
Industrial Services reminds our drivers distracted driving is the #1 cause of accidents on our roadways. Drivers, put down your cell phone. Stop texting and driving before texting and driving stops you. Industrial Services offers local professional waste management. Call 402-467-3581 for quality customer service. Established in 1915, Industrial Services cares about our kids and reminding our drivers, don't let your smartphone make a fool out of you.
Give your furnace a break with the help of Heartland of Nebraska Windows. Heartland of Nebraska Windows offers a free estimate, full window replacements, all vinyl triple pane windows, and a lifetime warranty of everything, while still keeping their prices affordable. Sounds too good to be true, right? Heartland of Nebraska Windows is locally and family owned with their own team of installers. Give the window experts at Heartland of Nebraska Windows a call today at 402-430-3852 or visit them online at heartlandofnebraskawindows.com. Elevate your home or business with the help of Heartland of Nebraska Windows today.
Bagels and Joe is the perfect place for breakfast or lunch in August. Try their brand new S'mores Cold Brew with graham cracker cold foam. Also try a S'mores croissant and add cake batter cream cheese to any bagel. 4 locations in Lincoln and 1 in Seward. Bagels and Joe.
Play ball! Haymarket Park is buzzing with excitement this summer. Grab your crew and get in on the fun. Be sure to catch all the daily specials and promotions this season, like Thirsty Thursday, Fireworks Friday, Souvenir Saturday, Family Fun Day Sunday, plus special events and discounts all summer long. Don't miss out on the action as the Lincoln Salt Dogs take on their biggest rivals and knock the ball out of the park. Visit saltdogs.com and see this week's promotions and grab your tickets.
Imagine starting your day with a computer glitch that leaves you feeling stuck, frustrated, and unable to get your work done. You have 1,000,001 things to get done today, and waiting for the tech issue to solve itself isn't one of them. It's time to let Hamilton handle the tech so you don't have to. We help businesses across the state spend more time on what they do best and less time frustrated with office technology. As the official business IT partner of the Huskers, we're focused on providing custom solutions that set you up for success now and in the future. Connect with us today at hamiltonisbusiness.com.
Gaina Trucking is hiring CDL Class A and B drivers. Their strong team culture makes it not a job, but a career. Gaina Trucking offers health, vision, and dental insurance, 401k with company match, an employee assistance program, and other bonus programs. Build a better career today with great team culture at Gaina Trucking. Learn more and apply today at GainaTrucking.com.
Hi, it's Charlie Stone and Andy Goodyear of Honda of Lincoln with more exciting news for area car buyers.
Charlie, it's just announced that Honda of Lincoln has won 3 of the Lincoln Journal-Star's Lincoln Choice Awards: Best New Car Dealer, Best Auto Repair, and Best Place to Get Your Oil Changed.
Wow, that's great, Andy. Anything else?
Yes, we were runner-up for Best Pre-Owned Dealer and Best Tire Dealer. A lot of people don't understand that we do sell tires here.
Very exciting, Andy. Why do you think your dealership is winning so many awards?
Charlie, we simply say it's the Honda of Lincoln way of doing business.
Looks like Honda of Lincoln is the great news headquarters for Lincoln.
Yes, and even all of Nebraska, we are also announcing that Honda of Lincoln's the only dealer in the state of Nebraska to win the prestigious Honda President's Award for 2024.
Honda of Lincoln, Nebraska's #1 volume Honda dealer, 27th and Yankee Hill Road, or online at hondaoflincoln.com.
Nebraska football opens their season on Thursday, August 28th in Kansas City, and you can be a part of the best pregame tailgate party with Blur Events, live from Kauffman Stadium, home of the Royals. Doors open 4 hours before kickoff with a live DJ promoting interactive competitions and giveaways, tailgate games like cornhole, flip cup, and beer pong, access to ballpark concessions, and available air conditioning. Book your tickets today at blurevents.com/Kansas City and hang with 93.7 The Ticket on the scene prior to Nebraska versus Cincinnati on August 28th.
Now back to The Drive with Aaron Davis and Nick Sainer, sponsored by Doors Plus on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
All right, folks, we are back. We got some history for you. In 1989 PGA Championship men's golf, Kemper Lakes, Payne Stewart, the late Payne Stewart, wins first of 3 major titles by 1 from Andy Bean, Mike Reed, and Curtis Strange. Nick, you were too young to remember the great Payne Stewart.
Yep.
Passed away tragically in 1999. He was only 42 years old. And Nick, the thing that was so eerie about this, the plane had been in the air for a little. It was in the air for a little while, and everybody on board was pretty much had deceased already.
Oh, yeah.
It ended up crashing. I believe in text line. Let me know if I'm wrong or not, right or wrong on this. I believe it was in Wyoming is where it crashed at. Wyoming to Colorado. I think it was Wyoming, but it actually parts over Nebraska from what I understand.
Oh, no way.
But I remember exactly where I was at. We were at our first house on Washington Street. And I just remember it was on the news that they had lost radio contact with the airplane. They were trying to get in touch. There was no response. And it was just a very eerie thing. You know, and Payne, a few years before, at one of the majors, I don't know if it was the Open. I think it was maybe the U.S. Open. Maybe the U.S. Open or the Players. I can't remember which one it was. Text line helped me out. But he was Phil Mickelson. It was actually Phil Mickelson was close with him. And he goes, and Phil Mickelson was expecting one of his kids, one of the lines. He goes, man, you're going to be you'll be a heck of a father, bigger things in your life, etc. But Payne Stewart always wore these golf knickers when he played golf too. He was very colorful, very animated, a favorite, but was just 42 years old when he passed in that tragic plane accident in 1999. I'll never forget that because it was just such an eerie feeling knowing, and they even had shots of it, just knowing there's no one most likely alive on that aircraft any longer, man. So just a weird deal. But Payne Stewart, man, I tell you what, just a class act.
How about this one? On this day in 2016.
Thanks, Jake. U.S. Open. Thanks,
Yes.
Sorensen. Appreciate you, buddy.
On this day in 2016, New York Yankees outfielder Aaron Judge makes his debut.
When was this?
2016.
He's been playing 9 years?
9 years.
I would have thought like maybe 5.
Yep. He homered in his first appearance in a Yankees 8-4 win over the Tampa Bay Rays. He then ended up signing a 9-year, $360 million extension before the 2023 season. Isn't
Think
that
about-
wild?
No, think about this. No,
2016, I agree with you. I would not have realized that.
I thought like 5 years.
Yeah.
You know, he signed for how many years?
9 years.
But I'm saying, how much did he sign for?
360.
No, he signed for 3 years, 360, and Booth just gave the University of Kansas $300 million. They may just take this.
That's what I was thinking. We talk about all these massive contracts. I was thinking Shohei Ohtani's, who, by the way, is getting sued.
I didn't know that.
Shohei Ohtani and his real estate agent are getting sued for over like a $240 million real estate deal that took place in Hawaii. Like
He's
Shohei,
got some crazy dudes around him. One guy's gambling on his name. The other guy.
Yippee Mazzara was gambling. His agent or his translator, was gambling. He's in prison now. Shohei was off clean with that one. Now this real estate deal, unfortunately, has put Shohei in some bad light. But
Shohei might have to do some more vetting, man.
Shohei's deal is $700 million. David Booth got 300.
Isn't that something?
He's like, here. Let me. Happy Wednesday. I'll have another 300 million next year.
Unknown texture 0739 and unknown texture 4725. Thank you so much. It was in South Dakota.
South Dakota
is where that plane finally crashed at when it was all said and done. I know it was something in the cabin, air pressure or something of that nature with Payne Stewart. But
how about
that's
this?
A lot of money, bro.
How about this? Staying in golf real quick. 2017 on this day, Justin Thomas won his first major in 2017.
I remember that too.
So do you remember where it was at? It was the PGA Championship.
It wasn't the one in Minnesota, was it?
It was not. It was Quail Hollow.
Quail Hollow.
Quail Hollow. He won it. He won it in by his first major by 2 shots over Francisco Molinari, Patrick Reed, and Louis Oosthuizen.
Oosthuizen.
That is
Louis Oosthuizen. I like saying Louis Oosthuizen.
That 2017, 2018 Justin Thomas, Jordan Spieth era was one of the more promising eras for the future
Nick,
of golf.
What happened to those guys? First of all, let me rephrase that. Nothing's happened to those guys. First of all, they've done quite
fine.
well.
Yeah, they're doing just fine.
Not the level that we thought they were going to, because both of those guys were almost crowned the next coming of Tiger Woods.
Well, they were best friends, obviously, and Jordan Spieth wins a Master, wins a green jacket. Justin wins the PGA Championship. You think, okay, these are the next, like, as we transition out of the Tiger Woods era, this is the next transition of like, okay, who are these guys? Which one of these guys is going to be at the top consistently? And now here you go, Scotty Scheffler, where once again, Tommy Fleetwood. Were you able to watch the playoff?
I just got the highlights of it.
Man, we were watching the playoff between JJ Spaun and Patrick Reed, and Spawn's massive putts, and we thought it was fascinating. They changed the whole location, but ahead of the last playoff hole. I mean, it was really, really cool.
You know what? I was happy to see the old guy. As much as I wanted, to see Tommy get one, it was cool to see Justin Rose, who's 45.
Did I say Patrick Reed? I meant Justin Rose. If I didn't say Justin
I know
Rose.
who you meant.
JJ
Yeah.
Spaun and Justin Rose were in the playoff.
For Rose to be 45 years old,
and
to still get it done was pretty dang cool. And you know what? Fleetwood, he's going to get his.
Yeah.
Eventually, he's going to get it. He's going to get it. But it was cool to see Justin Rose get his. Folks, when we come back, we got a lot of Husker action to discuss. Eckler's on the mic. He's always a good interview. A lot of sound bites there. An emotional, transparent moment from one of the Nebraska players, too, that I thought was pretty cool, that showed the humanity and the human side of the players as well. We'll come back. It's The Drive, 93.7 Ticket.
Put lawn irrigation on automatic. Think Judson Irrigation for worry-free service to Lincoln homeowners and business community. Judson Irrigation will turn on your sprinkler system in the spring, repair or redesign as needed, and turn it off in the fall. For service to orphan sprinklers, remember Judson Irrigation. They'll never forget you.
Call the Judson Irrigation Orphanage 402-420-6277 or judsonirrigation.com.
Saturday. Eagle Raceway is open for a full season of dirt track racing action every Saturday night. Don't miss the epic battles on the high banks of Eagle Raceway each Saturday between the Nebraska Septic Sprint Cars, Nebraska Lottery Modifieds, Avid Realty Sport Mods, Valentino's Hobby Stocks, and A1 Iron Stock Cars. Let's go racing. Eagle Raceway, just 10 miles east of Lincoln on O Street. Check out the full schedule at eagleraceway.com.
At Fairway Meat Market, your family. And as part of the family, they want to save you money on your meat and groceries. Now through August 17th, enjoy 6-ounce bacon-wrapped filet mignon for $9.99 each. Bulk bacon $4.99 per pound. and a 2-day sale on Friday and Saturday, including 10-pound tubes of 85% ground beef at $4.99 per pound, and a 4-pound box of snow crab clusters for $49.99. That's all at Fairway Meat Market in the Rockledge Square Shopping Center, just south of 84th and Van Dorn.
Load up on meat and more this spring at The Mercado by Certified Piedmontese, with great selections of T-bones, tomahawks, ribeyes, filet mignon, brisket, sirloin, and so much more. The Mercado has locations at 84th and Havelock, 30th and Yankee Hill, and now 85th and Old Cheney in Lincoln, where you can have $2 draft beer every Thursday night from 4 to 8 p.m. and half-price espresso drinks on Fridays from 8 a.m. to 2 p.m. Get to The Mercado today for the best meat in town.
Hi, it's Charlie Stone and Andy Goodyear of Honda of Lincoln with more exciting news for area car buyers.
Charlie, it's just announced that Honda of Lincoln has won 3 of the Lincoln Journal-Star's Lincoln Choice Awards: Best New Car Dealer, Best Auto Repair, and Best Place to Get Your Oil Changed.
Wow, that's great, Andy. Anything else?
Yes, we were runner-up for Best Pre-Owned Dealer and Best Tire Dealer. A lot of people don't understand that we do sell tires here.
Very exciting, Andy. Why do you think your dealership is winning so many awards?
Charlie, we simply say it's the Honda of Lincoln way of doing business.
Looks like Honda of Lincoln is the great news headquarters for Lincoln.
Yes, and even all of Nebraska, we are also announcing that Honda of Lincoln's the only dealer in the state of Nebraska to win the prestigious Honda President's Award for 2024.
Honda of Lincoln, Nebraska's #1 volume Honda dealer, 27th and Yankee Hill Road, or online at hondaoflincoln.com.
A lot of businesses say they're family focused, but when tough situations in life arise, the business wants anything but your best interests. James Enterprise Incorporated is hiring, and they will always treat their employees like family, just as they do their customers. James Enterprise Incorporated is hiring Class A and B CDL drivers, a shop tech, and a diesel mechanic. If you're looking for a career with a company that goes above and beyond to value you and your family, apply today at jamesenterpriseinc.com or call 402-432-6740.
I can't believe I just scratched that card. Find my insurance card.
Dude, what do you have in this glove box? Ew, are these socks dirty?
Oh, forget about the socks. I need my insurance card.
Just pull it up on the State Farm mobile app.
But I can do that? Oh, hey, I can do that.
Yep, it's called service.
I can file a claim on here too?
Yeah, it's called service.
Whoa, I can call my agent too?
It's called service.
Call your local State Farm agent, Vinny Krikak, today at 402-474-1173.
Nebraska football opens their season on Thursday, August 28th in Kansas City, and you can be a part of the best pregame tailgate party with Blur Events, live from Kauffman Stadium, home of the Royals. Doors open 4 hours before kickoff with a live DJ promoting interactive competitions and giveaways. Tailgate games like cornhole, flip cup, and beer pong, access to ballpark concessions, and available air conditioning. Book your tickets today at blurevents.com/Kansas City and hang with 93.7 The Ticket on the scene prior to Nebraska versus Cincinnati on August 28th.
This is Lincoln's home for sports talk on the FM dial. Also online at theticketfm.com. On the internet. KNTK FM Firth, 93.7 The Ticket.
Breaking here at the news desk. When you stack Allo Internet, DirecTV, and mobile, you can lock in your price for 2 years. Sources are confirming that when you stack Allo Internet, DirecTV, and mobile, your monthly price drops and you're locked in for 2 years. That's fiber fast internet, premium streaming TV, and reliable nationwide mobile coverage. And this just in, you must switch by Labor Day to secure that locked-in pricing for 2 years. Switch, stack, and save at allofiber.com/stack.
Welcome to The Drive with Aaron Davis and Nick Sainert. Former football national champion, speaker, and author Aaron Davis.
Pain is a teacher if you use it. And the lessons in the carnage of pain sometimes are elusive. They hide, they're stealth. The work is finding the lessons through the pain. There's always a message in the mess. Depends on if we want to get dirty and look for it.
Nick Sainert.
Driving left side is Blur, picks up his dribble, looking for some help, decides to go up strong with it, and the layup will rattle home. Jack Riley picks the pocket of B.J. Bradford up the floor to Jack Hostrider. Watch out! Lafisi in the lane, kicks it out. 3-ball, Townsley, right wing, it's good!
Sponsored by Doors Plus on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Folks, we are back. Nick, I got a quick question for you. I was reading this last night. There was a pilot that they were about to take off. They were still at the gate, and he goes, I'm not feeling it. And he didn't fly. I don't know if he or she, they didn't fly. And everyone
For what reason?
He just says mentally, I'm not feeling it.
Okay, gotcha.
Text line. This has nothing to do with sports whatsoever, but because of all the airport debacles, I still haven't got my bag back yet. Who knows?
Oh, did you lose your bag?
Somebody took it. So you didn't hear that part. I had a 30-hour trip back from Texas.
I heard
that part.
I saw the updates.
Yes, someone and I honestly don't think someone stole my bag. But the hotel shuttle was, how they put all the bags out in the back when people get out, and so I got out. I'm looking. I'm like, there's no more bags. I'm like, there's no more bags in there. She goes, no, there's no more bags. Someone took my bag. I'm not mistake. It had my suit in there. Had my shoes.
No.
All that real gear I just got. Is it Unreal? That, my pants, my top, my shirt, gone. My dress shoes, my suit. That black suit I just got made for my son's wedding because I wear that a lot.
Yeah.
Speaking, I just always like to wear a black suit because it's easy to clean or whatever. But gone. And I couldn't run. I can't run. I just was like, hey, somebody got the wrong bag, because there's a swarm of people, because all those people, there was a ton of people from the night before's cancellation. So it's literally Austin Airport where we're at by the shuttle. There's probably, 6, 7 other shuttles right there. It's completely packed. And it's just a mass of people. And I said, someone took the wrong bag. And I said, Marriott, someone took the wrong bag. Marriott van, someone took nothing. So no bag.
No way.
No bag, dude. So it's been crazy,
that's
man.
So unfortunate.
It's been crazy. But let me ask you this. So Nick, I'm gonna ask you this in text line texting if you'd like to chime in on this, 402-464-5685. Again, that's 402-464-5685. If the pilot came on and you're at the gate and you're ready to pull up from the gate, if the pilot just came on and made an announcement and he basically said, ladies and gentlemen, I am not in the mental space to fly. How would you respond to that, Nick?
My initial reaction would be, are you kidding me? I got places to go.
Are you kidding me?
But the more I'd think about it, I'd be like, you know what? It's probably for the best that you didn't fly then, okay? I'm glad that you acknowledged it.
And Scony Skirt, what's up, brother? He goes, burnout is real. If a pilot isn't feeling it, I'd rather reschedule a flight than put my family at risk.
That's true.
And you know what, Scony Skirt, think about this. An aircraft of 80 to 100 people to 300 to 400 people.
Yeah.
I would be disappointed, but I would get it.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
Because if someone that's going to be flying us that could literally, if he or she checks out, everybody's gone. I appreciate the honesty.
Yeah.
Now you know what it is at the end of the day? It's an inconvenience. Would you rather an inconvenience, or would you rather a tragedy potentially taking place? Because this guy just says, you know what, I'm not feeling it. And you know what? It doesn't say what type of mindset this person was in.
No.
It could have been like, hey, you know what? I'm going to do something crazy.
Yeah.
So it's like, you know what? I appreciate the honesty.
Yeah.
I would be frustrated.
Wait the hour, bring a new pilot in. We'll call it good.
Yep. They were delayed, I think, about an hour and a half, 2 hours, give or take, or something like that. But I was like, you know what?
That was okay. So this was how I went through the mental hula hoops last night. So our flight from Buffalo was supposed to leave at 6 o'clock.
Mm-hmm.
We got there at 3:30, 3:45 or whatever. Because now, granted, I'll say this also, great time traveling with a large group. But man, traveling with a large group is way more difficult than traveling just by yourself. And so we're so accustomed to just flying on our own. Like,
right.
We get there, we're in, we're out. We don't have to worry about anybody else.
Yep.
No, we had like 8 people to worry about. So, and some of us flew more often than others. And so it's like, all right, you know what? We'll just go ahead and take care of it. So we got there like 3:30 or whatever. And we were in our gate. Everything was great. And then they're like, all right, flight's delayed. And we're like, crap, what about our connection flight? And from Chicago to Omaha.
What was your window?
It was narrow. To start, it was like a 40-minute layover.
Ooh.
I mean, it was tight.
Ooh.
And we were going to land like 2 minutes before we started boarding. Like it was tight. And then our flight from Chicago to Omaha got delayed. And I was like, all right, you know what? Okay, glass half full mentality here. We're not missing our connection.
We'll at least get home.
Because they would go in Buffalo. We were sitting at our gate, and it was a pretty full flight on the way from Buffalo to Chicago. And we were sitting there, and they were like, all right, if we call your city, your connecting flight, we need you to come up to us. We have to reschedule you. You can either choose to fly out of Buffalo tomorrow at a different time, or you can choose to get to Chicago and then rebook your flight from Chicago to wherever. And they're like, but we need you to come up and talk to us if we call your city out. And it was like Columbus, Houston, Kansas City, Dallas. and like they rattled off 7 or 8 cities.
Not Omaha.
And so at that moment, we were all like, okay, you know what?
We're good.
It sucks that we were supposed to leave at 6 p.m. We're not leaving until 9:30.
Yeah.
But you know what? It could be a lot where we could be straight in Chicago. So I was texting all the producers. I'll be like, hey, you guys, if I don't make it to Omaha tonight, like we gotta have a plan for this.
Be on deck.
It all worked out.
Some of the responses here. Big B, good morning. Better to know ahead of time than 30,000 feet. I totally agree with you on that, man. DF, I'd like to chime in on this. Hey, Jack, swimming, I can golf, so he can golf.
I cannot.
Gorilla Bear, be way happier than the airline delaying it every 10 minutes for maintenance. I totally agree with you on that.
100%.
That just drives me crazy, man. Drives me crazy. Before we hop into sports, Scooter from Roca says, Nick, sorry for your loss. I was a pallbearer at my grandpa's funeral. Also, was an honor to carry him to his grave. So
thanks, Scooter.
It definitely will be an honor, Nick. It'll be a tough one, but definitely an honor. And it's just weird knowing that person gave me life, lived his to the fullest. 94 years old he was, man.
Yeah, he was mid-90s.
Lived a great life.
100%.
Great life, man. Yep. Nick, there was Eckler that came on yesterday. We got a clip from Eckler.
Yeah, let's start with this one because there's been so much made about Archie Wilson, the punter. And Archie had that incredible quote yesterday about leaving his family in Australia and being here and all of that. And it was really, really powerful. Here's what Mike Eckler had to say on Nebraska's Australian punter.
Man, that guy's special. I mean, he truly is. I mean, 18 years old, leaves home for the first time, goes to a different country, leaves his family, which he's unbelievably close to. And what Coach said about him is everything is accurate. I mean, that guy knows every one of his teammates, and his teammates love him because the energy he brings in the building, not just because he's able to do what he can do with the football, but the guy's special. And I said it the last place I was at, and I'll say it about Arch. The guy's gonna be a damn weapon. And you got to understand this: in punting, special teams in general, every punt he hits isn't going to be a 55, 60 yarder. He'll miss hit one. That's going to happen. And when it does, I'll take it. All right. But I'm telling you, when you look up at the end of the year with his body of work, you're going to go, holy cow, this guy is the real deal.
It makes me, listening to Mike Eckler, AD, it makes me so excited to see the special teams unit. Not because they're going to do, I genuinely don't think that this special teams unit will be incredibly flashy, but also it doesn't need to be.
No. Nick, I'm going to tell you exactly why they don't. In the 2024 season, Nebraska special teams ranked 100th in the nation for average kickoff returns. Okay. Kickoff yardage, return yardage, 18.5 yards per return. They also struggle with punt returns, averaging just 3 yards per return, ranking 124th in FBS. Here's more detailed breakdown. Kick returns, 18.57, 100 nation, just mentioned that. Punt returns for yards. The Huskers faced overall struggles across all special team categories, Nick, we didn't break the top 50. We didn't break the top 80. We didn't break the top 90. So the improvement, I mean, the ceiling's not very high to improve to you're saying. I mean,
no, it doesn't need to be.
It doesn't need to be.
Yeah.
And like you said, Nick, I don't think it has to be flashy. Just be fundamentally sound.
I saw a quote, and I can't remember where it was from and who posted it, so forgive me on that. But I saw some quote where it's like Archie Wilson's going to win Nebraska football games. It honestly might have been Will Compton. Where it's like Archie Wilson's going to win Nebraska football games. Yeah, it'd be great if he does. But also, this is just speaking from watching Husker games in the past. Don't be the reason Nebraska loses football
there
games.
You go. Yeah,
like
beautifully said, Swim.
Like special teams just needs to be for improvements. Right now, it's like negative PTO, just trying to get back to just zero. Like that's where we're at right now. Is Nebraska's got to figure out a way to, instead of consistently being negative in the special teams department, figuring out a way to be just at least net zero or slightly positive. We're not asked, like, it'd be great if Nebraska has the special teams ability that Iowa does under the coach that's been there for years.
Mm-hmm.
That's also irresponsible for Nebraska fans to expect in year one of a new staff, a new coach. So there can be a shift, there can be an improvement, but also there needs to be realistic expectations for what the special teams unit could look like.
Brother, you need to clip it, pin it, and save it. What you just said, don't be the reason Nebraska loses football games. And we have seen that narrative. We've seen that movie, that agony, that frustration. Me literally running to run through my bay window at my house, I was so pissed off. Raph will tell you a story one time at Capitol. I hit a chair and it flipped over. I was so mad. And that's why I don't like watching games around a lot of people. I don't necessarily like going to the games. Champions and all that stuff is great. I just don't like being around a lot of people, breaking down the game and watching the game. But Nick, there were so many times to where it had all of us fans, just in cahoots saying, are you freaking kidding me?
Yeah.
So just
that's the PG version of it.
Exactly. Just like you said, just don't lose games for us.
Yeah. Yeah. I think, obviously it's easy to look back at like the Michigan State game on the road in East Lansing where Nebraska lost. I remember there was the Michigan State game back in 2014, I believe it was, where Michigan State had the number one total defense in the country going into the game. Amir Abdullah going into the game was a Heisman contender, and Michigan State's front seven really shut down Amir in the rushing game. And they were like, all right, Nebraska's got to figure out a way to spark some life into that sideline. And DeMornay Pearson-L took a punt return back for a touchdown late in the game and made a 2-possession ball game, a 1-possession ball game. That invigorates life. That also, when you're trying to make a comeback, you don't have to be an expert at football to know this. When you're trying to make a comeback and you don't have to, I'm going to say waste, but that's not the right word. You use time for offensive plays, and you can just get a touchdown through special teams, or you can get yourself set up in special teams. Then guess what? Yeah, if you're down 2 possessions with 8 minutes left, those 8 minutes are very valuable, and you can start an offensive drive at the opponent's 30 instead of starting it at your own 30, you're helping yourself out dramatically.
Nick, how many times did we blow opportunities to flip the field over the past number of years?
Plethora. I mean, so much.
And then you think about what you just said about DeMornay Pearson-L. That sounded foreign to me, to have somebody return. I mean, Nick, when was the last time we had a person besides DeMornay Pearson-L that did anything on special
that was
teams?
it. I mean, like Trey Palmer. There were pieces of Trey.
That piece of Trey.
Right. There's pieces of Trey. But I think a lot of that also goes to the blocking. It goes to
everything.
It goes to the entire process. Right. Like we had the whole stuff with like the kicking the last couple of years where people were like, is it the field goal kicker? Is it the special teams?
It was
process?
everybody.
Is it the snapping? Is it the hold? I think it's everybody can kind of take the blame. And it shows how badly Nebraska maybe needed new leadership in the special teams room. Speaking of kickers, here's Mike Eckler just on kickers. This one's a much shorter quote.
I won't get into where everybody's at, other than I'll just say this: at the end of next week, we'll name a guy, and we'll roll. And we got a close battle right now. They've all done some nice things, and again, we're going to need all 3 of them. So it's not where you start, it's where you finish, right?
So obviously those 3 are the transfer from Kyle Kinnanen, who made a note, by the way, that he transferred because of academic reasons, that California didn't have his major. And so that was the big reason why he decided to enter the portal in the first place. So obviously Kinnanen, who's the Cal transfer, John Hull, who did the bulk of the kicking last year. And then you still have Tristan Alvano in that room. I feel it feels like this is going to go down to either Hull or Kinnanen. This is where it feels like. I've been plenty wrong before though, but that's kind of the read that I'm getting on this situation. We'll see.
Do we have the clip of guys, my mind went blank for a second. Our Australian guy,
Archie Wilson.
Archie.
See if we have. Okay, here we go. Here is Archie Wilson.
Yeah, I love them a lot. Yeah, I've got 2 little brothers and my mum and dad, and that's the tough part about being here. I love them a lot and I miss them, but it's they know this is what's best for me, and it's good. I can still talk to them plenty over the phone, and they're coming here to see the first few games, so I'm looking forward to that.
Yes, there's Archie Wilson on just being away from home in Australia.
Nick, give me your initial thoughts on that.
Well, it's powerful, obviously. It's incredibly powerful. It's cool to know that they're going to be able to come here and see a game. Obviously it's in Australia, it's a lot of rugby. It's a lot of, so I think it's going to be good for hopefully what his parents see when they come here is a community that has welcomed him, right? An incredible atmosphere on game day, which we know that'll happen. And then hopefully a couple of wins. I think everybody's in a much better mood when you win. Archie Wilson's going to be in a better mood when he wins. And there's a lot of excitement around a punter. And there hasn't been in the last couple of years. There's a lot of excitement around a guy who is going to be punting the ball for Nebraska.
Archie is 9,437 miles away from home from the shortest distance from the United States. So that's going to be obviously on the coast. All right. 9,437 miles. Nick, if I ever got homesick, I was right here in town. It took me 2 minutes to get to the crib.
Exactly.
Even someone that's maybe, on the West Coast or East Coast, a flight or so away, they're home within a few hours. Obviously, that's not logical, during the season. You're just not going home. But to know it's not even an option. If there was an emergency, think about the emergency you had, man.
Yeah.
He's not getting home for a day and a half.
It's a jaunt.
He's getting home for a day and a half. So when I seen that on there, I didn't know someone had passed away, what it was.
Yeah.
The kid was just showing the humanity side of it. And it just shows you, man, there's so much, throw the NIL and all the rest of that stuff out of there. Because, you think about the people who have jobs, when life hits you, it doesn't negate the fact that you make money and you're being paid for a job. We get that. But there's still the human side that I think it's easy to forget, as the numbers I just spouted off, the history and the narrative that you just brought up, which is a true narrative about Nebraska special teams the past number of years. It's easy to forget the humanity and the human side that a lot of these guys and gals go through in collegiate athletics, whether it's at Nebraska or some other institution of higher learning. So that part of it does happen. However, I'm going to say this on the back on the sports side. I'm awfully excited to see what the young man does.
100%. How about this? So I just pulled up a flight to specifically where he's from in Victoria, Australia. And this is the cheapest and quickest flight that is offered. You leave Omaha at 7:33 p.m. and you land in Australia. So you fly over to DFW in Dallas. Then you go over to the Sydney, Australia airport. You leave Dallas at 10:40 p.m. and you land at 6:55 a.m. in Sydney, Australia. A 2-hour layover. Then you fly from Sydney, Australia to Melbourne, Australia.
Oh, my goodness.
And you land at 10:20 a.m. So we're talking about a 19-hour flight.
Oh, my goodness, man.
22-hour flight.
Homeboy's a long way from the crib, man.
Right? That's rough.
That is rough. He is a long way from the house.
Let's
for sure.
Let's get one more from Eckler here real quick. Let's do this one right here in just a second if I get it ready to go.
You got one play. This is not offense. You don't have three. You're not guaranteed three unless you give the ball away or score, right? It's not defense, same as. You got one shot to go out there. You got one shot to kick a field goal. And there's 33, 33, 34. That's what we preach. 33% is on the snap. 33% is on the hold. 34% is on the kick. You can't really get to the 34 if the other 66 is not in line, right? So everybody's got a job to do. And if that job is not done well, I won't point a finger, I'll point a thumb. And that's the way we're going to do it. So again, at the end of the year, when we look up, we're all going to be smiling. But we're not going to ride a damn wave around here. And there's no curse. Only curse I know is we freaking making game-winning field goals where I've been.
So it's fascinating in response to everything that we just talked about last year and the conversations we had about the entire process. To hear the 33, 33, 34 is refreshing.
Yeah.
But also I think we have to be careful here, AD, because each year we go through this, man, this quote is refreshing. This thing is refreshing. It's nice to hear this. when in reality, it is a results-driven business.
It is. It is. You know, a little background on just to refresh you, and Nick, I'm gonna get that to your point because you're spot on. Ekeler has had a very storied career as far as places he's been. He's been at Omaha Skutt. He has been at Manhattan High School. He's been at Oklahoma as a defensive graduate assistant. He was at LSU as a graduate assistant. He was a defensive intern in 2007 at LSU. Linebackers in Nebraska, of course, his first stint 08 through 10. Then it was at Indiana as a co-defensive coordinator for 2 years, at USC for a year, Georgia from 14 to 15, North Texas as their coordinator in 16, North Carolina 17 and 18. Obviously, I was at Kansas in 2019, North Texas again in 2020. And then the past 3 years, he was at Tennessee as their outside linebacker coach and special teams coach. And he was born and raised, of course, in David City, Nebraska, but played ball, as we all know, at K-State and was just a ferocious special teams madman there. So I just, like I said, we want to see it on the field.
Yeah.
But I like what I'm hearing so far.
Very refreshing.
Absolutely.
Yeah, very refreshing.
33, 34.
At some point, though, as we just talked about with Kansas earlier in the show, winning changes everything.
It changes everything.
Winning improves the mood. People will get tired of the refreshing quotes.
Yes.
If there's no action.
Absolutely. You want to see results.
However, if there's action and he comes back in if we're 2 months from now on October 13th and we have Mike Ekeler on the podium and he's like, look, this is why I said what I said.
Mm-hmm.
Great. Then we're all going to be like,
yep,
let's go.
I like how he keeps it real, though. Just saying, I'm going to point the thumb.
Yeah.
It's just like, you know what? Ownership.
Exactly.
Ownership. No quotes that these aren't my guys.
Yeah.
No, these are your guys. These are your guys. Folks, when we come back, we're going to talk some NFL action in a major contract that could possibly be signed, and it's astronomical. We'll be back. It's The Drive.
Big box stores are tempting for buying equipment for your high schooler in sports or for yourself in your sports leisures. But buying new is awfully expensive. Why not go somewhere with new and used options? Play It Again Sports has quality, slightly to gently used equipment, and 50% of their inventory is actually new equipment. And it's more than baseball, softball, and golf. They also have equipment for disc golf, fitness, hockey, and more. Plus, they're always buying products. Bring your gear you're done with and get trade money on the spot. Play It Again Sports at 48th and Vine.
Salt Mine City is your go-to brewery in the Haymarket for craft beers and great food. Enjoy a full menu of great items daily for lunch and dinner, like their Big Fatty 7-ounce hamburger or a Reuben sandwich served on Blackstone rye bread. And don't forget their beef or chicken nachos with guacamole, sour cream, jalapenos, and more. Wash it down with one of their 12 beers on tap, including the popular Single Axle Light American Lager. Salt Mine City, now open 2 p.m. Monday through Thursday and 11 a.m. Friday through Sunday at 8th and R.
From the capital to castles, starting this December, fly nonstop from Lincoln to Orlando with service from Breeze Airways. That's right, nonstop flights to Orlando out of LNK are starting this December. You're now just a flight away from Disney World, Universal Studios, Legoland, and the Space Coast. Stretch out and relax on Breeze with complimentary family seating. Book your magical getaway now at LincolnAirport.com. LNK, make flying easy.
I can't believe I just scratched that car. Find my insurance card.
Dude, what do you have in this glove box? Ew, are these socks dirty?
Oh, forget about the socks. I need my insurance card.
Just pull it up on the State Farm mobile app.
But I can do that? Oh, hey, I can do that.
Yep, it's called service.
I can file a claim on here too?
Yeah, it's called service.
Whoa, I can call my agent too?
It's called service.
Call your local State Farm agent, Vinny Krikak, today at 402-474-1173.
Load up on meat and more this spring at The Mercado by Certified Piedmontese with great selections of T-bones, tomahawks, ribeyes, filet mignon, brisket, sirloin, and so much more. The Mercado has locations at 84th and Havelock, 30th and Yankee Hill, and now 85th and Old Cheney in Lincoln, where you can have $2 draft beer every Thursday night from 4 to 8 p.m. and half-price espresso drinks on Fridays from 8 a.m. to 2 p.m. Get to The Mercado today for the best meat in town.
Gaina Trucking is hiring CDL Class A and B drivers. Their strong team culture makes it not a job, but a career. Gaina Trucking offers health, vision, and dental insurance, 401k with company match, an employee assistance program, and other bonus programs. Build a better career today with great team culture at Gaina Trucking. Learn more and apply today at GainaTrucking.com.
In every office, there's two types of people. There are those who bring in bagels and those who eat the bagels that someone else brought in. Everybody likes the first person. Be that first person. Weekday mornings at 7:30, you have a chance to win a business box of bagels from Bagels & Joe. All you have to do is shut up, Sipple. 2 questions for you, 2 for Sip. Win and the bagels are yours. Lose, well, you don't want to lose.
You lost Monday, you lost Wednesday, you're a loser.
Shut up, Sipple. Weekday mornings at 7:30, brought to you by Bagels & Joe.
Have you been injured in an accident and don't know where to turn? You need an attorney you can trust to handle your case with professionalism and compassion. The attorneys at Liberty Law Group understand that a call to an attorney is a call for help. If you've been injured, we want to help you. Liberty Law's experienced attorneys are committed to the pursuit of justice for those injured. Call Liberty Law and find out how we can help you get the compensation you deserve. Call 877-42-LIBERTY. Call the trial attorneys you can trust. 877-42-LIBERTY.
Are you ready for a new opportunity? Check out Sandhills Global. Join a dynamic team where your skills are valued and your career can soar. We offer full-time positions with a 4.5-day work week, competitive pay, excellent benefits, and a positive work environment. From IT and marketing to sales and finance, we're looking for talented individuals just like you. Apply today at sandhills.jobs and take the first step towards an exciting future. That's sandhills.jobs. Don't wait, apply now.
93.7 The Ticket, Fox, KFXL weather. Brought to you by Bryant Air Conditioning, Heating, Electrical, and Plumbing.
We have another sunny and warm day on tap here across the region. We should get up to 86 for a high temperature, light southeast wind. Overall, a warm and muggy day out there. Tonight, we're going to stay warm again, 67 for a low. We'll get up to 90 for a high tomorrow, and then the mid-90s are here as we kick off the weekend. I'm meteorologist Aaron Dowden for 93.7 The Ticket and TicketFM.com.
Midwest Bank is proud to serve Nebraska communities for over 70 years. We're a community bank making local decisions, supporting community organizations, and helping businesses succeed with 10 locations throughout the state, from Wisner to Deschler, Norfolk to York, and right here in Lincoln too. Whether you're opening a checking account, buying your first home, in need of an ag loan, or in search of cash management services for your business, we're here for you. Your community, your bank, Midwest Bank. Find out more at midwest.bank. Member FDIC.
Play ball! Ready for summer fun and ballpark vibes? Bring your pack to Haymarket Park for a thrilling season of Lincoln Salt Dogs baseball and unleash the fun. From May through August, the Lincoln Salt Dogs will be playing and the park will be popping with all the food, drinks, and fun you need for the perfect night out. Grab your friends, family, and coworkers and make plans now. Visit saltdogs.com to secure your tickets. Come on out to the park and unleash the fun.
Now back to The Drive with Aaron Davis and Nick Sainer. Sponsored by Doors Plus on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
We are back. We are back on this beautiful Wednesday morning. It is absolutely gorgeous downtown here at the capital city. 78 degrees and clear. Come down to 1040 O Street, the Mill. Have a cup of coffee, hot beverage, cold beverage, a pastry. There's folks out there now having meetings, reading, and just sitting and relaxing down here in beautiful Lincoln, Nebraska, man. Rudy, what's happening, big dog?
Nothing much here. Pretty slow in here, so that's always a good thing, I think. But
I just said it was busy. Rudy's like, man, it's slow.
Yeah. Slow from what I'm doing. My days are
absolutely.
going slow, so I got nothing to complain about right now.
Rudy, when do you guys start conditioning and all that good stuff in Nebraska Wesleyan for baseball?
I think it's the second or first week of September is what we're going for. So,
are you ready for it?
Not the conditioning part now.
Yeah.
The lifting part, I'm prepared for that. I'm
Yeah.
prepared for the lifting, the hitting, but running, I'll hold off for a bit on that. But.
When do you guys start school back at class at Nebraska Wesleyan?
So not this next coming week, but the following week. So can't think of the day. Maybe the 21st, 22nd, something like that.
Okay.
Last year, right?
Yes. Yeah.
Man,
I'll be done. No more baseball. Maybe. We'll see.
Hey, check this out, Nick. So I you may have seen it on Instagram. I took a picture, I just got a little collage and took a picture of UT Stadium. I was flying over it. And Rudy says something like that. Look at that. What did you say? Look at that beautiful place. Isn't that place beautiful?
I did. I had to mention it. It was an amazing stadium. You got lucky to see it on that flight.
Yeah, I just said, and I just texted back, messaged back. I was like, I didn't say all that.
Yeah. Don't get it twisted. Don't get it twisted.
Hey, but I will say, Rudy, have you been to that stadium before?
Oh yeah, I was there for the playoff game they had against Clemson. I
Oh,
love
wow.
I love that stadium.
That stadium, Nick,
Listen to
is
this guy. I was there for the playoff game.
yeah.
I got good friends to get me tickets. That's all.
It is. I'm gonna tell you this about UT's campus. I've been there probably about half a dozen times or so. It is beautiful.
Yeah.
Texas has got a beautiful
Well,
campus.
they
man.
got plenty of people that donate money too.
Yes, they
They
do.
do, right?
Yes, they do.
Let me ask you this, AD. Does your head ever like feel like a balloon? Do you, as somebody that flies as much as you do you deal with the pressure? Like, do you notice it? Does it affect you anymore?
I do something you're probably not supposed to do when you get off.
Okay.
I hold
Well,
my nose and my
that's
ears,
fine.
but I do it gently. And I was asking a pilot,
Yeah.
he goes, chewing gum helps.
I know chewing
But you
gum.
definitely don't want to fly if you're congested because you will blow your head off.
Well, I had that yesterday.
Oh, so your head is like echoing.
It was the worst pain I've ever felt.
Yeah, bro, you can
'Cause
bust your eardrums.
We came down quick,
Yeah.
and it
Yeah.
was a couple
The air
of, couple,
pressure.
Couple, yeah, it was a dramatic change, but it never affects me. It never does until last night. It did.
Nick, I'm gonna tell you, and Rudy, I have a sweatshirt. It's a gray sweatshirt that says Chicago on it.
Mm-hmm.
And I was at Midway, and this is probably 15 years ago. This is one of the sickest I had ever been. I was at a speaking engagement, and I flew out the next morning, but that whole night I was up just in the bathroom.
Yeah.
Just heaving over and over again. Had a flu, and I probably shouldn't have flown that day. When we were landing at Midway, and this was summertime, man, I had the chills. I mean, I couldn't get warm. And as we were descending into Midway, I was literally gripping the seat because it hurt so bad. My
Yeah.
congestion, my ears, I had a flu, my head was clogged up. I bought a sweatshirt in the summer. It says Chicago. Naya wears it now. And because I was so cold.
Yeah.
And I bought a sweatshirt and I slept in the literally on the floor. I was so sick. And thank God I was already done, heaving and vomiting. I slept on the floor in Midway for 3 hours to my next flight.
Wow.
And I literally was just sweating. I sweated the sweatshirt out. Even the flight attendant was wondering if I was all right because I was just sitting there shaking. And that was the most pain I've been in when that plane was descending. My head felt like about to explode. Man. So-
What I was, as I was sitting in Midway waiting for our last flight last night, I was looking at the Harry Carey shortstop stuff.
Yeah.
Which obviously, my buddies and I were talking though. Why have that in an airport? I mean,
He's iconic.
you have hockey players that have signed jerseys to him.
Yeah.
I'm saying I'd have that memorabilia
at the house
at somewhere special. But not like Derek Rose signed a jersey, Kyle Schwarber signed a jersey, Lou Piniella from the Chicago Cubs signed a jersey, Michael Jordan's jersey was there. You had all these incredible jerseys from these awesome athletes, some of the best to ever play their sport, like Michael Jordan, and you got it in Midway Airport. And so it was kind of funny though, that just to laugh at it. But they got a lot of cool stuff there.
Bob Burton.
Yeah.
Bob Burton just texted me. Bob Burton is a good friend, just an absolutely solid human. He's the founder of I Have a Name.
Oh, yeah.
Here in town. We've had
absolutely.
on the show. He just goes, thanks for getting everybody sick on the airplane.
Yeah, honestly. Yeah. That was all on you.
Bob.
Everybody else woke up with chills. the next morning.
Everybody else was buying sweatshirts too.
Yeah.
Bob, I just wanted to get home, BB. I was sick, man. I just wanted to get home. Derek in the car were talking back about Archie, Nebraska's punter. Remarkable opportunity for Archie, but it's difficult to leave home at 18 and leave your whole support system behind. Lincoln will step up and make him feel welcome, which will give his parents solace in that decision. Every kid who joins military at the age can also relate to some degree. Great show. Derek, appreciate you, brother, more than you know. Thank you much. Nick and Rudy, switching it to the NFL. Okay, you're from Texas, Rob. Are you Dallas fan?
No, I'm actually a Packers fan, believe it or not.
Wait a minute. How in the world do you from Texas and become a Packers fan?
How do you get your fandoms?
No, so growing up, I was just more of a fan of players. Was my thing as a kid, and I just absolutely hated Tony Romo. So there was no way I was ever going to be a Cowboys fan. I just didn't do it. But I loved like Des Bryant. I loved Marion Barber. Like I like the Cowboys players. I just could not cheer for a team led by Romo. I don't know why.
Do you still feel the same way now that he's an announcer?
Oh, I hate him announcing.
Okay.
He knows
Interesting.
like he's very knowledgeable. I just can't stand hearing him talk. It's like a family thing. My mom's the exact same way. I don't get it, but we hate him.
So what Packer player intrigued you?
So I Aaron Rodgers, of course, but I think not in a bandwagon way, but it was when they won the Super Bowl. But they're on stage, whatever, they're celebrating. They had like the whole WWE championship belt, and I was like, I was a huge WWE fan, so I was like, yeah, that's my team now.
I will
So,
tell you this
been
about
there.
Aaron
That's
Rodgers.
incredible.
The way that he owned the Bears during that time, and
Oh,
how he
yeah.
would always go like this. My buddy John Goodwin.
Discount double check.
Yeah, discount double check. John Goodwin cannot stand that dude. You know, my good buddy, executive director over at the Malone Community Center. He's he's from Chicago, diehard Bears fan. So he's been in misery since the '85 Super Bowl, as far as that goes. But
Do you know what Aaron Rodgers' record against the Bears is?
what is it?
24-5.
That's a
I
lot
mean,
of beatdowns.
This includes a current
That's a lot of
8-game winning
beatdowns.
streak against the Bears.
He owns Chicago.
He is 24-5 against the Chicago Bears. The last loss that he had against the Bears came on December 16th, 2018.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, he
Yikes.
owns Chicago, man.
That is horrible.
Yeah, that's why they
Also, in one of the losses, he only attempted 2 passes. So really 24-4. Because I
Oh,
would
my
assume without going
goodness.
and doing a deep dive back in 2013, he might have gotten hurt.
That's a lot of beatdowns, man. 24-5. Yeah, you own them. He literally has the keys to the
He is
Chicago organization. man.
24-5 overall against the Chicago Bears.
Well, I'm hoping he can keep that streak up going in Pittsburgh. We shall see about that. I'm just so excited for football starting in general. So we like I said, we'll have scores and content.
This is awesome.
What is that one?
So, I mean, it's just crazy. Since 2013, he has 2 interceptions against him.
2
since 2013. He has, well, in those 2 games, 10, 13, 14, 17, 21, 24, 32, 34 touchdowns and 2 interceptions against them since 2013. I mean, it's just been a dominant run.
He's definitely a stakeholder in Chicago.
24-5. 24-5.
24-5. Goodwin, if you're listening, I'm sorry, bro.
Yeah.
You've seen all of those. You've seen a lot of misery, man. A lot of misery. Gentlemen, what happens with Micah Parsons? Does he sign? Does Jerry Jones keep? Because me and Pete were talking about this on the golf course last night. And on a young, okay, I got to tell you the story. So it was me, Pete Ferguson, and Mike Alvarez that went to Lincoln High as well. And we got paired up with a fourth, and his name is Simon. He goes to Lincoln North Star, and it's going to be he's a sophomore this year. So can you imagine this sophomore getting teamed up with his old, 51, 52, and 52, older than his parents, and we got to hole 3 on the hole 3 par 5, hole 3. And he was putting, and Mike Alvarez, you got to know Mike Alvarez is hilarious. He's in the military, works out the Air National Guard. He's a funny dude, man. Love Mike like crazy. And he missed this kid, Simon missed the putt. And Mike goes, "You ain't going to state putting like that," because he's on the golf team.
Yeah,
He goes, "You're not going to state." We started dying
That's
laughing.
wild.
Mike
That's
said-
out of pocket.
Yeah, out of pocket.
For a guy you just met.
Just met him. He goes, "You ain't going to state putting like that." He goes, "Give me a lap."
Hopefully the kid was like, all right, are these guys being serious here, or do I actually have to run a lap around the green?
Well, Pete, dude, I couldn't stop laughing, man, because poor kid was doing his back. Mike just says, "Man, you ain't going to state putting like that. Give me a lap."
That's it. That's insane.
But Pete Ferguson, works for LPS as well. He FaceTimed me this morning from the school with the kid Simon too.
That's
man.
great then.
It was their first day of school, but man, Mike Alvarez, shout out to my Lincoln High brother. I'll never admit, dude. I literally woke up this morning laughing about that. The kid putt. Mike just looks at the putt. "You ain't going to state putting like that."
That's funny. That's funny. To answer Micah Parsons, I think that they sign him. I don't think that they trade him.
What do you think that guaranteed money is going to be? What do you think his guaranteed money is going to be? I would say between 175 to 195 in guaranteed money. Probably a 278 to 290.
You think he gets more than Myles Garrett?
I think he may sniff close. What do you think his guaranteed money is going to be?
I could see.
I would say at least 175.
Now here's. I don't go that steep. Not in guaranteed money. I see Micah Parsons has been outspoken of that. He doesn't necessarily he doesn't need the market resetting contract. Now that might change after all this comes out.
Change.
What was Myles Garrett? Myles Garrett was 123 mil guaranteed, 160 million overall. I mean, yeah, I could see probably like the 130 million dollars guaranteed money around the 175 mark for a total contract. I don't know. Like, this is where I feel like he's somewhat taken, and let's be very clear, Micah Parsons is not innocent in all of this. There were some decisions that Micah Parsons made in the past few years in terms of playing through injuries and how there's been things that have rubbed the ownership the wrong way.
Where he was
getting
treatments, et
yeah,
cetera.
right. So there's been Micah Parsons is not innocent on this. I feel like this has somewhat become a one-way conversation into just bashing Jerry Jones, which yeah, sure. Like there's times where, Jerry Jones, time and time again, they did it with Dak Prescott, they did it with CeeDee Lamb, now they're doing it with Micah Parsons, where they've pushed contract extensions to the brink. But at the end, once again, just looking at how they've operated in the recent years, they always get a deal done. They always get a deal done, and they don't trade them.
You know what Pete said yesterday that made a lot of, and Pete has said this a few times, and obviously he's a lifelong diehard Cowboys fan, and so was Simon, the young man we were playing golf with. And Pete has a great point. What are we talking about right now?
Oh, the Cowboys.
The Cowboys.
Absolutely.
We've been talking about the Cowboys last week.
Absolutely.
Ever since Micah's held out, we've been talking about the Cowboys. And Jerry Jones, you don't see any other owner doing this. He has a presser almost every other day, if not daily, for the locals. He likes being in the mix. He likes people talking about Dallas. But here's my thing, Nick. Here's my thing, Rudy. Wouldn't you rather be the talk 6 months from now, 4 months from now, of doing good things well? Dallas is always the preseason talk about. But then they're Casper the Ghost during the playoffs. And I just don't understand. And first of all, Jerry, he's a billionaire for a reason. He's a billionaire for a reason.
You're right.
He's done it his way, and it's hard to dispute that he's not been successful as a business owner. I mean, like I said, the Dallas Cowboys, he bought it for, I don't know how much, millions it was, but now it's worth, a couple $1 billion, if not. What is that? What are their value worth? They just value them at
so
was it $8 billion?
So Jerry Jones bought the Cowboys for $140 million in 1989.
$100 million.
Yeah, $140 million. How much are the Dallas Cowboys worth? $12.8 billion.
$12.8 billion.
Hello.
You know what? He's done his deal. I get that.
How about this? The league average for an NFL franchise is $7.13 billion. Dallas Cowboys are valued at over $5 million, $5 billion
over the market.
more.
Over the market.
Now here's where I will say, ESPN actually had just wrote an article. I was reading this in the airport yesterday. They just wrote an article talking about Dallas Cowboys and the way that they've constructed contracts with Micah
Dak Prescott, CeeDee Lamb.
But CeeDee Lamb and Dak Prescott. And they're talking about how a lot of people might think that the longer that they hold out, they might be able to save some money. It's actually doing the opposite for the Dallas Cowboys.
Yeah.
They put
in both of those cases.
Yeah, they put some theoretical numbers together for Dak Prescott, and we're talking like $27 million more. For CeeDee Lamb, $56 million more. Like there are now these are all theoretical situations and hypothetical conversations. But with Micah Parsons, I think we have to also understand it is very difficult to get a deal done, a trade done, when you're talking about a player, the value that Micah Parsons would have, simply because you have to find the right suitor that is willing to give up an absurd amount of draft capital.
And has got the cap room to do it.
Yes, but in an absurd amount of draft capital. We're talking 4 or 5 draft picks that are not 5th, 6th, 7th rounders.
They'll be giving away picks until you're dad.
I saw the comparison. I saw the comparison of the Khalil Mack trade. That is where they kind of felt like that Micah Parsons was going to be. But like, this is the thing: the Bears received a 2022 first round pick, a 2022 second round pick, and a 2023 third round pick.
He's been gone from Chicago for years,
and that was in 2022,
right?
When now the market is completely reset for a guy like Micah Parsons.
Unknown texter 5284. Good morning. He goes, Micah Parsons will set the market. And I tell you what, I'm kind of agreeing with you on that 5284. It's going to be an interesting situation what takes place down there in Dallas. It's always interesting when Jerry Jones is in the mix. He likes to be in that.
Yeah.
When we come back, folks, we got the AD attitude adjustment in the close. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
A lot of businesses say they're family focused, but when tough situations in life arise, the business wants anything but your best interests. James Enterprise Incorporated is hiring, and they will always treat their employees like family, just as they do their customers. James Enterprise Incorporated is hiring Class A and B CDL drivers, a shop tech, and a diesel mechanic. If you're looking for a career with a company that goes above and beyond to value you and your family, apply today at jamesenterpriseinc.com or call 402-432-6740.
Hi, Sean Callahan here for Koppel Chevrolet GMC. This month kicks off Koppel's 50th anniversary sale. We're celebrating 50 years by offering an additional $500 discount to the next 100 customers that buy a new vehicle. This is in addition to the huge savings already in place. You can take an extra $500 off our discounted price, or we can cut you a check on the spot. Celebrate with savings and see why customers have trusted Koppel since 1975. It's our way of saying thank you for all these years.
Midwest Bank is proud to serve Nebraska communities for over 70 years. We're a community bank making local decisions, supporting community organizations, and helping businesses succeed with 10 locations throughout the state, from Wisner to Deschler, Norfolk to York, and right here in Lincoln too. Whether you're opening a checking account, buying your first home, in need of an ag loan, or in search of cash management services for your business, we're here for you. Your community, your bank, Midwest Bank. Find out more at midwest.bank. Member FDIC.
Play ball! Ready for summer fun and ballpark vibes? Bring your pack to Haymarket Park for a thrilling season of Lincoln Salt Dogs baseball and unleash the fun. From May through August, the Lincoln Salt Dogs will be playing and the park will be popping with all the food, drinks, and fun you need for the perfect night out. Grab your friends, family, and coworkers and make plans now. Visit saltdogs.com to secure your tickets. Come on out to the park and unleash the fun.
Big news, Nebraska. Love Omaha is now Love Nebraska. This is more than just a new name. It's a tribute to what Nebraska represents in the world of volleyball. It's still the same team with the same mission, led by players you know and love. Now backed by a new ownership group led by Jordan Larson. As Love Nebraska, they're entering an exciting new chapter, pushing for a championship title in 2026 and building new opportunities for the next generation of players across the state. They want you with them. Let's show the world how Nebraska plays volleyball. Join the movement at lovneb.com and sign up to become a Love Nebraska Insider today.
Have you been injured in an accident and don't know where to turn? You need an attorney you can trust to handle your case with professionalism and compassion. The attorneys at Liberty Law Group understand that a call to an attorney is a call for help. If you've been injured, we want to help you. Liberty Law's experienced attorneys are committed to the pursuit of justice for those injured. Call Liberty Law and find out how we can help you get the compensation you deserve. Call 877-42-LIBERTY. Call the trial attorneys you can trust. 877-42-LIBERTY.
MHC isn't a new company, just a new name. Mo's Moving is now Mo's Home and Commercial. Whether moving across town or across the state, MHC Moving has you covered, specializing in home, apartment, assisted, and independent living moves. MHC can handle your commercial moves as well. MHC Moving has 0 hidden fees. You'll never pay for same-day booking or be charged for stairs, heavy items, or elevator fees. Rates are the same Monday through Saturday, and you will never pay a truck or fuel surcharge. And they offer payment plans through PayPal. Call MHC Moving today at 402-853-7167 or go to mhcmoving.com.
A business's phone is the lifeline to its customers and potential clients. That's why it's so important that you can take calls seamlessly from anywhere, whether you're on the road or in the office. Hamilton Business Technologies can help ensure your phone rings wherever you are. We can equip your headquarters and any of its locations with the right tools for smooth, professional call handling. As the official business IT partner of the Huskers, we know how to keep Nebraska businesses connected. Learn more at hamiltonisbusiness.com.
Now back to the drive with Aaron Davis and Nick Sainer, sponsored by Doors Plus on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
All right, folks, we are back for a very quick segment. Appreciate Rudy holding down on the ones and twos. Nick, it's great to have you back.
Thank you.
It's good to be back. And folks, I was thinking about this morning. I was getting my my gym bags together and getting the rollout. And I had a target calorie number I wanted to hit, Nick. I ended up hitting it.
Nice.
Which was also good. Hit
Started
that number.
off.
Started off. And I realized that was going to be this morning, the last time that I will be working. And it was weird thinking, no, I will not be able, literally cannot do it. what's the point? 80 attitude adjustment is this. Do it because you can. I don't care if it's the gym, if it's something else, that thing that you've been wanting to do, you've been thinking about doing it. And I asked the audience this yesterday. What are you waiting for? We got 140 days left of 2025. 140. That is it. What are you going to do with these days that you've been blessed to have left? And the reality is this. We don't know if we have 140 days left because everybody's life is different. We don't know. And that's the thing about it, Nick. And I said this last week, and I want a big shout out to DP, to Austin, and of course, to Bach, filling in, Nick, when you were gone and filling in for me when I was gone. We just don't know how many days we got left. So, and time is the most precious resource we have, and it's the one that I tend to waste the most. But it was really a come to Jesus and a reality that hit me in the face today. It was like, AD, you no longer can do something that you want to do. You get to do it, but no longer you won't be able to do that for at least the next 60 days, give or take, of anything. So, folks, don't take those things for granted that you do all the time. And if that thing you've been putting on the shelf, it's time to dust it off and get busy. There's 140 days left of this year. What are you going to do with it? Nick, I want to say this, man, again, our thoughts and prayers go out to your dad, Craig, Mr. and Miss Sainert, and to your grandmother. It's gonna be a tough one for you all tomorrow. And then in the foreseeable days and months ahead, losing a parent is absolutely crushing. So definitely be thinking about your dad as he continues to heal from his injury as well. Yeah. And then this to happen. So definitely keeping him in our thoughts and prayers. I'm not sure when I'll be back. Yep. As far as that goes, I'm going to try my dangest to be back sometime next week, but that's just kind of all up in the air. So we'll see what happens with that. But I'll be tuning in regardless.
Absolutely. Look forward to the time that we get to eventually do a show.
And pain-free.
Yeah.
I'm golfing in 2 weeks. No.
Yeah. Absolutely. You might be able to putt a little bit.
No, if I do anything on a golf course, I'll just be sitting with you guys in the cart watching.
There you go. You can be in charge of the music.
Absolutely. Folks, thanks for riding with us. We always appreciate you. As Raph always says, also, we always say, be nice.
There's a lot on the line in divorce. This is Joe Cordell of Cordell & Cordell, the largest family law firm in the country, with over 35 years of helping clients navigate divorce. But being big doesn't mean less personal or less local. Our attorneys live and work in your community, and as neighbors, they understand the challenges your families face. Divorce is complicated. It affects every part of your life, your home, savings, retirement, and of course, kids. So when you find yourself facing divorce and the unexpected directions that it can take, it's times like this that you need a partner you can count on.
If you're a man facing divorce, contact Cordell & Cordell today to connect with a local divorce attorney who understands the challenges you're facing on a personal level. Text GO99 to 323232. GO99 to 323232. GO99 to 323232. 1221 N Street, Lincoln. Texting privacy policy and terms and conditions posted at textingterms.us. Texting enrolls you for recurring automated text marketing messages. Message and data rates may apply. Reply, stop to opt out.
A business's phone is the lifeline to its customers and potential clients. That's why it's so important that you can take calls seamlessly from anywhere, whether you're on the road or in the office. Hamilton Business Technologies can help ensure your phone rings wherever you are. We can equip your headquarters and any of its locations with the right tools for smooth, professional call handling. As the official business IT partner of the Huskers, we know how to keep Nebraska businesses connected. Learn more at hamiltonisbusiness.com.
We interrupt this commercial break for an important story.
There once was a man from Nebraska who went searching for food in Alaska. When his stomach was rumbling while laying in bed, he could think of only one option, Führer's cheese spread. So he left it once and drove day and night to return back home for cheese spread delight. Now his stomach is full and the voice in his head tells him no more vacations without Führer's cheese spread. Find yours today at most local grocers.
Hi, Sean Callahan here for Koppel Chevrolet GMC. This month kicks off Koppel's 50th anniversary sale. We're celebrating 50 years by offering an additional $500 discount to the next 100 customers that buy a new vehicle. This is in addition to the huge savings already in place. You can take an extra $500 off our discounted price, or we can cut you a check on the spot. Celebrate with savings and see why customers have trusted Koppel